hall to my room silently. Before closing my door, I saw, and I am absolutely fucking certain of this, myself walking down the hall. I was looking at myself walk down the hall, and I saw myself walk into the bathroom. I ran down, opened the bathroom door to find nobody in there. I ran into the dining room to find everybody gone. No food on the table, and though it should have been nighttime, the sun was rising and it was morning. This began occurring more often, and even worse, I'll end up in places I don't remember being and with no clue of when I was there. I'll be doing one thing and suddenly I'm no longer there and am somewhere else. On one occasion I was on my laptop before suddenly finding myself standing in Walmart, and I saw myself walking away in front of me with a carton of groceries. I went up to a cashier and asked them if I'd just checked out my groceries with them, and they said I had. I ran out of the store and found my mom in the car, with groceries packed in the car already, and she turns to me and tells me to hurry up and get in the car like nothing had happened. My life has become one horrifying event. Days bleed into each other. Things that have already happened happen again. I see copies of myself or even other people walking away from something while the other is still doing it. It's like time itself is collapsing on itself and I'm the only one who notices. I'm frankly at the end of my rope and have no idea what the fuck is going on. The only reason I think that I can keep this thread going is because I've been able to find certain times where things remain fairly normal. However, everything is slowly becoming more and more bizarre and I'm scared about what's gonna happen next. The only reason I'm even telling you guys all this is because I have to tell someone or I'm going to kill myself. I might do it anyways. Like I said, you guys will probably not believe any of this. All I know is that whether this is real, or I'm just going insane, I don't think I'll put up with it any longer. Hopefully killing myself will at least go without any issues.
Hey guys! Please take a moment to check out Plane's channel. He has made a lot of the synthwave/showwave music on my channel. Now then, let's get to the spoops. This one is totally fake though. I just know it. Gonna be a bit of a long post, and in several parts. I'll green text it so that it fits in with the bread. Got to cover some history to get to the meat and potatoes of the spoop story, so forgive the blog posting. This happened about a year ago. Be me. Who the fuck else would I be? Age around 12, cousin of mine who was a born loser falls into meth. Using it, cooking it, selling it. His best friend also gets into meth. Cousin's friend is behemoth of a guy, at least 6'6" and 300 pounds. Cousin nowhere near that big. One night, friend breaks down cousin's door, wanting meth. Cousin isn't gonna just give that shit away, so friend decides to kill cousin's wife and baby daughter to take meth. Friend beats the shit out of cousin, is choking cousin's wife, about to kill her. Cousin grabs Remington 870 shotgun and fills friend full of buckshot, killing friend. Cops rule it self-defense, no charges filed. Cousin can't keep gun used to kill best friend, gives it to my dad. Backstory on dad. Everyone in Poland town calls him witch killer. Grew up wondering why. Churches wouldn't let him in, say he's cursed. Once every year or two, Dad would grab his 30.06, take off in his truck, on an ATV, or on horse to go hunting alone. Before Dad went hunting, there would always be visitors at the house. Usually Dundus, sometimes some of the Indians feather not dot, rarely whites. Dad never came back with any game, but said he got what he was after. Never let me go with him on these hunts. After Dad gets back, Same visitors as before show up and bring food and stuff to us. Always found that odd. Dad gives me Remington 870 and tells me this gun will save my life a few times. Don't know what to think of that, but free shotgun. Gun does save my life twice before story proper here begins. Fuck you, liberals. Better bring yours when you come to take mine. JPEG. We'll tell those stories if anyone is interested. Marry first wife in college, have 3 kids before out of med school. First wife is crazy bitch. Divorce, win custody of kids by miracle. Few years later, meet QT 3.14 on MMO. Yankee girl, city girl, but trad girl. She's getting divorced, has 3 kids also. Is a bit younger than me. Paul would not approve of me taking step kids, but fuck them. They're all white and she hates Hindus as much as I do. Apply for a job at hospital near her, get it. Hospital is about 50 miles from town she lives in. We've met and are officially dating at this point. Decide to get married and I move to a Yankee state. Bring Rafus and Rafu accessories. Bring Remington 870, too. Get married to new waifu. She loves to garden, loves to cook and sew, has master's degree in computer programming. As I've been sitting on her fat ass and getting fatter. Rent house in town, hospital is in, but out in the country. Need big house for 6 kids aged 4 to 14. House has big woods behind it, also owned by same landlord. Landlord says I can hunt there. Fuck yeah. PNG. House also has old wooden shed in backyard. Landlord says not to go in it. New wife sees me doing what she calls crazy bumpkin stuff in the woods before hunting. Asking permission from the trees, letting them know I mean them no harm, etc. Stuff Dad taught me. 2 weeks after moving in, have horrible night in ER. Can't go into too many details due to HIPPA, but girl of about 8 dies and I have to call it. Go tell mother we did all we could do. Mother is huge land whale in Daisy Duke shorts, belly shirt, and Dindu on arm. Also 2 other mulatto children. You killed my baby. Mother screams at me. Dindu doesn't seem upset at all. Tell cops I suspect abuse. Autopsy ordered by state police, body taken away. Shit bothers me. Get off work at midnight and go home. Try to clear my head by going out the back door to have a smoke. Wife hates me smoking, but it's either that or drink or be on Xanax. Everyone else I know in medical field is on Xanax or alcohol. Other doctors, nurses, lab techs, rad techs, even the janitorial staff. Hear rustling in the garden. Look over there. See eyes staring at me. About 2.5 feet off the ground. Feels wrong, man. Always armed, but had tourist judge on my time. Unholster and fire shot at eyes, thinking it might be a bobcat. Eyes in dark shape skitter to shed, which I noticed had open door. Wife comes running out, asking what is going on. Tell her about eyes. She gets flashlight, we look around the garden. No tracks of any kind. Try to open shed, door won't budge. Must be rusted shut on. You had a hard night, you're tired. Let's get some sleep. Agree it's probably the stress and we'll go talk to friend of mine next day and get some Xanax. Next day, visit other doctor in clinic and get Xanax RX. Never taken it before. Off this day, but sleep schedule is all fucked up due to working noon to midnight. 3 a.m. I'm wide awake and looking out the kitchen window into the backyard as I get glass of water. Have taken Xanax, shit doesn't seem to be doing anything for me except make me thirsty. Should mention here that Anon is color blind in red and green. Looking out window, see at edge of porch light a little humanoid thing. Fuck, the Xanax is making me hallucinate. Can't make out features of thing, but see it's got on a shirt, pants and a pointy hat. Looks like a garden gnome kind of. Has long beard. Thing sees me, stops moving and stares at me for a full minute. Then, it raises both hands and gives me a double shot of middle fingers. I laugh. Xanax might be making me hallucinate, But at least it's funny. Creature is not amused by me laughing. It turns around, drops its pants and wounds me. I'm watching what looks like a garden gnome wiggle its ass at me. Laugh a whole lot harder. Thing does not like that at all. Fast as I can blink, it's up to the window. Of course, Anon does sensible thing and jumps back, crashing into shelf in kitchen with jars of stuff that waifu has canned, knocking everything over. Waifu comes out to see what is the ruckus. All I can say is, no more taking Xanax. Next day, go to work at noon like usual. Regular day. Mostly meth heads wanting pain pills and old people falling. Couple kids with fevers. Get home next night, lay in bed beside waifu. Hear loud thunk against back door. Jump up, grab handgun from nightstand. Is Smith & Wesson SD9VE. Waifu's up as well, grabs Ruger LCP from her nightstand as I'm headed to back door. Open door, start to step outside, and see I'm about to step on the biggest fucking timber rattler I've ever seen. Some bitch is 8.5 feet long, easily. I fucking hate snakes from previous encounter where Remington 870 saved my life. Mag dump 17 rounds hollow point into that bastard. Change magazines, about to dump next mag into the snake when wife grabs my arm. Anon, it's dead. Here giggling. What the fuck is that? I say, scanning. From the garden, hearing wife's voice, Anon, it's dead. Then hear my voice, what the fuck is that? Ain't SD9 at garden, tell waifu, get in the house. Now. Line is repeated from the garden. She bolts. I look and see creature from the night before in garden, smiling. Ugly, ugly teeth. Brit longest and bad teeth. Wife hasn't seen it. Next day, call dad and tell him about it. Dad says the snake was probably a gift, likely from a fae. Need to give a gift back. Tells me to leave a glass bottle of milk at the door of the shed. Don't want fae thinking I'm an ungrateful bastard. Leave milk at shed door before going to work. Get home from work, sit down at computer cause everyone else is asleep. Hear sound of glass breaking against back door. Wife wakes up. Is getting pissed about being woken up so much. I open door and see milk bottle shattered on back porch. Wife looks out kitchen window. We both see garden gnome looking thing standing there, looking angry as hell. She screams, frozen in place with fear. I shut and lock the door and go to window. Waifu, I say, snapping her out of it, go get my shotgun. Shotgun is in gun safe, loaded with slugs. Don't want stepkids getting a hold of it. She comes running with Remington 870, hands it to me. I open window about 2 inches. Can hear garden gnome talking about all the things he is going to do to us and the kids. Says he's going to cut my throat and fuck the hole. Says worse things about wife. I put the barrel of the Remington 870 through the window, aim right between that motherfucker's eyes, since he's not moving and isn't scared of a 12 gauge being pointed at him one bit. Pull trigger. Aim is off a bit. Hit the cocksucker in left eye. Little bastard falls back, holding left eye. Lets out the most blood-curdling scream I've ever heard in my life. Rack Remington, get ready to shoot again. Fucker gets up, still holding left eye, runs off before I can get another shot. Can hear the shed door slam shut. Call dad.